Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This topic should be my messy room. Oh my god, that's supposed to be like folded clothes, but I absolutely failed at it, so let's just forget about that. Today's topic is about a certain relationship type. Like there's monogamy and polygamy and all that stuff, and it's sort of a new concept of sorts. I actually don't know how to call it in English, but I'm going to directly make the translation. First off, to understand where it comes from, where it stands, let's begin with some basic notions. For instance, when you speak about monogamy, polygamy, there's the word gamos, which is ancient Greek for a person in a relationship. But we use the word gamos in different languages nowadays as a way to describe a couple unit, a relationship between two or more people that's romantically involved. The search for gamos is usually preponderant in our culture. Everybody seems to think that it involves happiness or it's like a goal in life. If you don't achieve it, if you stay single, there's like a lot of prejudice surrounding this kind of subject. The culture punishes you if you are not in a couple. That said, we have these different formats. Like the most known now and probably the one most people identify with is monogamy. Monos means one, gamos, we already spoke about that, it's just one couple. So polygamy is very easy. Poly means a lot, and gamos, relationship, love units, So a lot of gamos for polygamy, just only one for monogamy. There's also non-monogamy, which doesn't have a specific name, that involves people who want to commit to the gamos emotionally, but there's no sexual exclusivity. So in the different formats, they are free to have sexual relationships with other people. Also within non-monogamy, could be like polyamory, which is there's no sexual exclusivity, but there's also no sentimental exclusivity. You can fall in love with other people and create a lot of gamos. So it's between non-monogamy and polygamy, kind of a mix. There's also relationship anarchy, which is another relationship type that consists on questioning everything that society has ever thrown at our faces regarding love, relationships, couples, and stuff like that. So the idea is for you to question everything and to build your own idea of a couple, of love, of your future regarding other people and how you develop that. So that's relationship anarchy, which I think is a very good step to figure out what you want to do, who you want to be, and how do you want to develop feelings or not for other people. Now, all of these formats that I spoke about are within the bubble of gamos. All of those involve creating gamos, looking for another person, falling in love, building a relationship, moving forward, fighting for love, and stuff like that. If we move outside this bubble, we find this new term, which is agamy. It means not. In gamos, we already know what it is. It's just people who have decided they are not interested at all in finding a couple, being in love, being in a romantic relationship with anybody, just to create a lot of different links with different people, caring for other people a lot, but never building something similar to a couple's relationship or a polyamorous relationship or anything like that. And it's as easy as that. That's just agamy. I assume there are a lot of questions. I mean, I'm non-monogamous and I tend to incline myself towards agamy. So I know a lot of the bullying surrounding both relationship types. Of course, when you break away from monogamy, you get a lot of bullying. For instance, for being non-monogamous, I have gotten comments like, you are not really in love, you don't really care for your partner, it's because you're promiscuous and you want to have sex with everybody without any kind of commitment. Or when you fall in love for real, you're not going to want to be non-monogamous and stuff like that, which is crap. Can you imagine that if we're talking within the same bubble of gamos, there's this amount of stigma? What happens if you are outside of the bubble of the gamos? Of course, it's much more hardcore because first off, people don't know about it. When you don't know about something, you fear it and you attack it. That's how we are programmed to work. That's how society works, unfortunately. So when it comes to agamy, even people who are speaking out, who are trying to defend it or just to talk about it openly so that people are informed, they themselves tend to commit a series of mistakes that I think probably not like in a bad manner or having any negative intentions, but it's just the prejudices are already installed in us. So one of the things one of the phrases I remember the most is one of a psychologist that was trying to explain about it and how it was normal and all that, and she said people who have agamy, and I'm like, who have agamy, like it was some sort of sickness, and it's like, oh my God, no, don't tell me you got monogamy. That's the worst, and I thought it was like, yes, pathological. It's like creating more stigma around it, like saying, and this happened to you, poor soul, and that was really funny. And also, another psychologist was talking about agamy and how it works, and he said it's the perfect relationship type for people who are disenchanted with love. And I thought that's bullshit. That's not for people who are disenchanted with love. People who want to participate in agamy or who choose it as their relationship type, it's not because they were like sad, oh my God, I'm giving up on love now, so I'm avoiding building other kind of relationships. That's just ridiculous. In this hypothetical case where somebody was looking for love and not being successful, so being disenchanted with love, then jumping into a relationship type that involves not finding love, even though what frustrated this person in the first place was not finding a partner, doesn't make any sense at all. Polynagamy are not people who are disenchanted with love at all. It's people who made a mature decision regarding how they want to handle their love lives, and their links with other people. Another interesting comment. This part was from somebody who was criticizing the creation of the term agamy. That said, those are the new incels. Incels being involuntary celibates. They are commonly just heterosexual males that are really misogynistic and absolutely hate women, and they blame women for their lack of a sex life. And since it's involuntary celibacy, they say, oh, that's what agamy is all about. It's just a new name for this same group of people. And I really want to just put that argument aside because it doesn't make any sense. First off, because the ideal would be for people to question monogamy because that's what we are told, that's what society pushes us towards, and a lot of people don't even question it and jump into it and are really bad at it. So that's why we have such high percentages of infidelity, people who try to play monogamy and they are just awful at it. So I think ideally, like in a utopia, people would look at monogamy and say, okay, this is one of the many formats there are. Which one do I want? Which one do I identify better with? And which one is going to make me happy, actually? So once you look at it, you make a decision, you choose one or mix or build the one you want out of your own imagination, and you make a voluntary decision to follow that line. And of course, you can change it. And everything is always changeable. So it's not like a permanent commitment at all. So voluntary, that's a very important part of it. So if incels are, by definition, involuntary celibates, they're definitely not a part of agamy because they didn't choose agamy voluntarily. They probably fail at life because of their misogyny. So no, not at all. And I would really, really like people to never ever make that analogy again because it doesn't have anything to do with agamy. We're not misogynistics and we're not all straight, which I think should be a more important point. Some other people have called us irresponsible, immature, or not willing to take the responsibilities that come with building a couple seriously and just trying to take life easier so that we can have like random sex lives with everybody. And whenever somebody complains, it's like, no, I like agamy, so no commitments because I don't want to like take charge of the responsibilities that comes with building a relationship and just enjoy the best of both worlds. And that's not it, again, because we are not looking forward to building any kind of gamos. If you build a gamos and decide not to call it a gamos, that doesn't make it less a gamos. So that's definitely not us. Maybe some people might try to use it as an excuse, of course, just as 70% of the population says it's monogamous and really isn't. So yeah, there are some faults. But we cannot call people who like agamy like you are all irresponsible. And the last one was a question that I got that was quite interesting that asked, how do people in agamy have sex? It's like, well, in my case, with my penis and my ass. Just like I assume everybody else does. Just use your genitals and your entire body and enjoy it. Agamy doesn't mean we don't want to have sex or we have no sex drive at all. I think that might be a confusion between a sexuality or a romantic people, but it doesn't have anything to do with agamy. People in agamy can enjoy sex lives with people they care deeply about, but probably never gonna have sex, like making love in that way. Like, I want to have sex with this person because I'm in love and I want to build something and work on our commitment through this or something like that. It's just, hey, I'm horny. I like another person. We can connect. We can like each other a lot. We can enjoy a lot of our conversations. And rubbing genitals is always fun. So it's just another way to handle it, to have a good time. So yeah, we have sex just like everybody else. And well, that's that about agamy. I hope it works. I hope the term helps you because as soon as I read about it about a month ago, I just felt very identified with it and I just couldn't stop reading about it. So I think I'm really inclined to that. It's really attractive to me. I think that's a format I would really like to dive into. Let me know what you think about agamy in the comments, and we'll see each other in the next video. Bye.